Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you always stopping by, watching all of our content. We have an exciting discussion today, and we're talking about the statement the governor of Edo State made, Governor Monday Okpebholo. I believe Peter Obi visited him or visited the state a few weeks ago, and during his visit, he made some donations to one of the colleges in there, about 15 million naira to St. Philomena Hospital School of Nursing Sciences. And it looks like Peter Obi is passionate about nursing school. He's been giving a lot of money, or he's been donating to schools all around the country. And the governor made a statement. The man who said he has no shishi to give, draw 15 million naira, and he was asking where he got the money from, allegedly said that three people were killed after Peter Obi left the state. And for this reason, Peter Obi must not visit Edo State without security clearance. I believe this is an overreach of power. I don't believe he has any constitutional right to say that to a Nigerian citizen. As a Nigerian citizen, within the country, you can visit whichever state you want. You can visit whichever city you want at any particular time. And that was why a lot of the people in the Southwest had issues with the Fulani herdsmen a few years ago, when some of the people in the Southwest were saying that the Fulani herdsmen should leave their community. And you find out that as a Nigerian citizen, you can definitely roam about. You can go to whichever part of the country you want without any security clearance. So as big as Peter Obi is in Nigeria at this moment, I believe the governor of Edo State is just made a statement for making sake. I don't think he has the knowledge of what's going on. We know how he came to power. So I don't think he has the constitutional right to bar a man from visiting his state. It's an overreach of power, and it's just trying to play to the gallery. He's trying to score a political point. And I know a lot of these politicians have been looking for a way to get dirt on Peter Obi, but it looks like he has no skeleton in his cupboard. Even though he always say that he's not a perfect man, I believe if they have any dirt on him, we would have known by now. But it looks like it's one of the, or is the most feared opposition member at this moment. So the APC government, they're trying to look for something to pin him down. They're not been able to pin him down with any case. They've tried to mess with his family members. They've tried to restrict his movement. They've tried multiple things just to get a man to pull out of the race or discourage him and his followers. But it looks like he continues to gain more traction. So I just think Governor Okpebholo is just trying to score a political point by making that statement. So what's your take on this?
Yeah, the moral of the story is that he wants to score political point, and all of this is leading to 2027 in preparation for 2027. It's unfortunate that we have gotten to this point, playing politics with everything. It's actually strange to me. I'm not a lawyer. I did not train as a lawyer, but it's actually strange to me that a citizen is telling another citizen that you cannot visit his state without essentially calling him and informing him that you are coming. So, which means he can, your fate lies in his hands. So he can decide for you not to come, and he can, put up some flimsy excuses for you not to come. And I just hope that the presidency, the security agencies will take time to address this threat. We mustn't go to this route, not even this time that is very, very volatile, because before he know it, he will probably play into people's, the masses' hands, and people may decide to take laws into their hands. And he shouldn't forget that it's not everybody in Edo State that like him. Most people, know how he came into power. This could lead to something else. Edo State is a place that Obi has, massive following, like cult-like following. For Pewolo to be talking like that, is also showed that It looks like the innuendos that people makes that he is not educated. It looks like those innuendos are true, because there is no educated person that will speak in that manner. They will rather show it in action than just speak. By speaking, by talking like that, you are playing into people's hands. That audio has gone out and it has gone out. Tomorrow, people have it as a receipt to present, as an evidence for what you have said. But if he had showed it in action, it would have been a better, outing for him. And I think he really need to invest in good advisors. He needs to surround himself with people that know the business of governance instead of, trying to be an hallelujah boy, trying to be an admiral. Because if tomorrow we decide to visit Edo State, I'm not sure exactly what the governor will do. Will he arrest Peter Obi? Will he, eliminate him? Kidnap him? What is he going to do? Because haven't, put out the threat, tomorrow, if anything happens to be not even within Edo State, even outside of Edo State, if Nigeria is a functioning state, the governor could be held responsible or could be held responsible. But we live in a country in Nigeria where people do not mind what they say; they just put it out there. Maybe perhaps Okpebholo is trying to act tough, or he's playing to the gallery for his paymaster, for the people that gave him victory at the Supreme Court, or the people that, essentially hand over those State to him. But even if he's working for them, I'm sure those people will not be happy because in a way you are implicating those people. So I think, we as a people, we shouldn't go to that route. Election will come and go. Power is transient. Power doesn't, stay with one person forever. Even when I'm sure when Peter Obi was governor, Okpebholo was probably trying to piece his life together. So, tomorrow, Max will be 8 years. He will be out of that place again. I think we as Nigerians, we shouldn't get to this point because of politics. There should be, you know, a mark where, we don't cross. But here we are, and this is where we find ourselves. 2027 is going to be very interesting.
Definitely, 2027 will be very, very interesting. And it looks like we have a lot of charlatans in APC. We have a lot of clueless leaders in the seat of power in Nigeria. An example is Governor Okpebholo and the governor of Niger State too. A few months ago, a ban on young people. I had a ban on dreadlock, saying, you will be arrested if you are seen with a dreadlock when they're supposed to be combating insecurity issues, where they're supposed to be combating poverty issues, economy issues. They're just putting out clueless bans, clueless information. And people like this, you think because they went to college, they will have a little bit of education in them that will help them to be a better leader compared to the other people without education. But it looks like they just want to be charlatans. They just want to be a wannabe gangster in the seat of power. So, because they have the power today, they can do whatever they want. They can make arrests, they can shut people up, they can arrest people and do whatever they want. You know, Peter Obi is a popular figure in Nigerian politics. Is a force to reckon with. I think he got over 6 million votes in the last election. So having him call you like a schoolboy to tell you he's coming to your state to get a security clearance is just an overreach. And in most places, once you're a former governor, I believe you usually have a security detail. So, I mean, I'm sure Peter Obi, he was he's still in business. He's a successful businessman before he became a governor of Anambra State. So he has financial resources to do whatever he wants. And we know when he was governor, he didn't do he didn't spend frivolously. He was prudent with Anambra State's money. And we know he was a made man before he became a governor. Unlike some other people, we don't know where they're coming from, but as long as they have godfathers, they can get in position. I think our leaders need to focus on the right things, things that can better the life of Nigerians, things that can better the life of the people in their state, for them to be able to at least move the needle when it comes to development. I know Governor Okpebholo is saying that Edo State is open for construction. So we'll see what they're going to be able to do in the next 4 years. We'll see if the people decide to vote for him and for their party in the next 4 years. We'll see what comes out of them in 8 years. We've seen states whereby a governor was there for 8 years and they couldn't show anything for it. No foreign investment, no increase in the economy of the state. But we'll see what happens. But before a person makes a remark like that, they want to make sure they have something to back it up. He's a governor today. Things change. Power is transient. And I just believe that you should take it slowly. I know the Supreme Court or the tribunal just gave him a victory, so he might still be drunk on power or drunk on the results of the tribunal. So yeah, let's just give him a pass, and hopefully he won't say that again next time.
I'm even surprised that, a quick Google search is saying that, Okpebholo graduated from a University of Abuja, and he, graduated with a business administration made degree. But I think I can, he graduated with a business administration. Actually, he has a master's degree in policy and leadership studies from the same University of Abuja. I am ready to stake my money that that guy did not enter class. If actually he has a degree, he did not enter class. He probably did not look at the materials. He probably, just paid money and, they gave him certificate because an educated person will never, make such statement. And look at when he was presenting budget. He was the one that said the figures were confusing him. The same person that supposedly have a degree in business
And
administration,
business,
because
yeah.
if you have a business administration as a degree, you must have taken a lot of accounting class. You probably took some accounting class, and you are saying that the budget that you supposedly prepared by yourself, you are having hard time calling the figures. So these are the some of the kind of graduates that Nigerian universities are pumping out. I think that University of Abuja, if truly he graduated from that school, I think they need to take a second look at that university, look at their process of awarding degrees, because from all indication, it shows that this man is far from being educated. In fact, I'm ready to stake money on it that he did not enter class. He went to school with the typical way Nigerian politicians go to school. Before you know it, they will say they passed a law degree. When they went to that school, don't know. So I'm kind of skeptical about his degree. I think we need to dial it back. This is just 2025. We're still 2 years away from the election yet. So if by this time they're already restricting movement, a right that is guaranteed by the constitution, you are already trying to restrain people or restrict people's movement, in a country that they have a freedom of movement. I wonder what will be happening in 2027. They will probably be going to people's houses to, to drag them out and and give them up, for to their boys to beat up. I think there is no reason for us to, get to this point. In fact, these politicians, they are all friends in some form, in some level. You did be surprised that upon all the fight between Oshomole and Obaseki, if they see tomorrow, they will probably party together. In fact, you did be surprised that they party together, you know. Or yeah, this politics of violence, I don't think we are cut out for it. I don't think is the ideal form of politics. And I think we should desist from all this, utterances that could cause some kind of trouble, in the
Yes, I definitely agree with you. Leaders need to be responsible. If they're looking for responsible followers, they need to set the example by controlling what they say, controlling their actions, controlling how they want to rule the state or lead their people in order for them to be a good leader for the people, in order for them to be emulated by the people. But if you're just saying things because you want to make headlines or you're saying things because you're trying to get the attention of the presidency because the person comes to your state is an opposition leader. Yeah, maybe that's one way to do it. But if you truly care about the people, what are you doing to make the lives of the people in your state better? I know it's probably still new in the seat of power as a governor. What has he done so far? What changes has he implemented? Are the teachers being paid on time? Do the schools have enough funding? Do they have enough resources to be able to teach, to be able to provide quality education to their people? If they're not, if they don't, then if someone is coming from another state to help you out, you should be respectful. You should be willing to accept their help and not just disrespect them because you don't like their political views or because they're in another political party. Yeah, we need all the help we can in each state. If an individual is coming up to your state to help you out, yeah, respect them, provide them the security that they need. Let them know you're open for collaboration because obviously you can't do it by yourself. Obviously, yeah, you can't really do it by yourself without the help of the people that are willing to help. So if someone is willing to help you, just accept the help, shut up, be respectful, provide them help in a reciprocal, just to make sure that their lives are easier when they're coming to your state or whenever they leave your state. I think the leaders should be focused on the people and not just their political ambition.
Yeah, I mean, I think we should learn to tolerate each other. Um, Democracy thrives when there is opposition. Without opposition, what you have is dictatorship. There should be opposition, and opposition is actually very healthy for democracy to thrive. They make sure they allow the government in power to sit up and do what they promise the people. It's a check and balances. If there is no opposition, people could wake up tomorrow and do whatever they like and nobody will say anything. So we should learn to, cohabit and, tolerate each other, each other's point of view. There's no way Nigeria population of over 200 million will have the same political view. We're all going to have a different political views and different solutions to our problems, thereby people vying for political power. Tomorrow, you may no longer be the governor. So what happens if Peter Obi, hypothetically become the president tomorrow? Where will he hide his face? What was going to happen? What will be his fate? So then maybe Peter Obi can suspend him like Tinubu suspended the Rivers State governor. But I know Peter Obi is not like that, but I think we should tone it down. We should be peaceful. We should tolerate each other. No Nigerian needs a permission of anybody to visit any state in Nigeria. There is freedom of movement guaranteed under the Constitution. And that kind of statement is not a statement that's supposed to be coming from the governor. It's supposed to be a statement coming from his, special assistant, and people will be attributing it to the governor and saying that they are speaking on behalf of the governor. That is the best that statement could have come out. Those boys, his supporters, are supposed to be making those statements, and people be attributing it to him, or they are speaking on behalf of the governor, and the governor can easily come out and say, "I did not send them." But now he has said it himself. Tomorrow he can't deny it. The audio is there. And that is why I'm still skeptical about his education. Yeah, to even think that he has a master's degree is even more alarming. Though I don't really blame him. He only went to the Senate. He was a senator, went to the Senate in 2023, and luckily for him, he ran for the governorship in 2024 and won the governorship election. So he's pretty new in government. But I think, he should just slow it down. Power comes and goes. Relationship lasts longer than power. The highest you will do is 8 years. You can't do more than 8 years. We know that everybody has potential to become the president. Obi is not destined to become the president. Tomorrow, Okpebholo can be president too, but, I think we should tone it down. Thank you for watching and God bless you.
Thank you very much. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, like, share, comment. Let us hear your opinion. Do you think the governor of Edo State has the right to restrict an individual from coming to the state? Does he have the right to stop people from coming into the state, especially when they're coming to help and not coming to cause any trouble? So let us hear your opinion in the comment section. Thank you for joining us once again and have a great day.
Thank you.